Last week, I finally bought for myself one of the best value personal accident policy which I knew about. And today, without further ado, I will run through the QBE PA Prestige policy, item by item with you, and hope that you will be able to benefit from this plan as much as I do. Firstly, a short disclaimer. All materials and contents found in this presentation are strictly for information purposes only and should not be considered as an offer solicitation to deal in any of the products found in this presentation. Please remember that what we are discussing today is a personal accident plan which covers accidents. In the policy wording, an accident is defined simply as a sudden unforeseen event, and an accidental injury is a bodily injury resulting solely and directly from an accident during the period of insurance and not by or through any other cause, illness, or disease, except as expressively covered under this policy. You can find the list of extensions here. Although normally we don't see food poisoning as an accident, but here, this QBE PA Prestige policy does cover medical expenses which arose from food poisoning. Similarly as dengue fever and Zika virus, insect and animal bites, as well as infectious diseases like hand-foot-mouth disease, measles, and tuberculosis. At this point, you will definitely be wondering if COVID-19 will be covered under this plan. Unfortunately, no. In fact, all infectious or contagious diseases that's declared as a public health emergency by the World Health Organization will be excluded until WHO withdraws the statement. We open the brochure now. The first benefit is quite clear. If death or permanent disablement were to occur, you or your next of kin will receive a lump sum, stated here, according to the plan type you chose. Do read the policy wordings carefully, because especially for terms like permanent disablement, because you'll be surprised that different insurers have different definitions. Under the QBE PA Prestige plan, permanent disablement is defined as an injury which occurs within 365 days of the accident and will in all probability entirely prevent the insured person from engaging in employment of any and every kind for the remainder of his life. If the insured person was unemployed, then he must be unable to perform at least 3 out of 6 daily living activities like walking, showering, feeding, toileting, transferring from a bed to a chair, or even wearing his own clothes. The next item, accidental medical expenses, covers you for expenses incurred due to an accidental injury, as long as they are paid to a legal Western medical practitioner, dentist, nurse, or even hospitalization, surgical procedures, x-rays, including medication. Just take note that the first medical expenses must be incurred within 30 days from the date of the accident. Along this line, I do know of people who got rejected from the local Shield plan, usually because they are already suffering from certain medical conditions. For this group of people, fortunately in Singapore, they are still covered by the MediShield Life scheme. However, MediShield Life is designed mainly to cover Singaporeans and permanent residents for hospitalization admissions in Class B2 or C wards of a government public hospital. There are 2 circumstances which you cannot use the MediShield Life fully. The first is if you wish to visit a private doctor, and the second is if you needed an outpatient consultation, or if you're like me, suay enough to kena tomb, like what I shared in my previous video, then the MediShield Life plan won't be able to cover. In fact, your local private Shield plan won't cover as well, because Shield plans are designed to cover hospital admissions, remember? So now you need to fall back on a personal accident plan. QBE is one of the few insurers which offer up to 10,000 in accidental medical expenses. So for those who couldn't get coverage by the local Shield plan, then here's your chance to get at least some coverage for at least accidents. Okay, we move on. Next, what is this temporary total disablement benefit weekly about? This refers to an injury which directly disables or totally prevents the insured person from engaging in any part of his usual occupation or business activities temporarily, as certified by a Western medical practitioner. So for example, if this person fractured his toe, and it happened to my mom once, I tell you, it was impossible for her to move about at all. She had to glide around the house in an office chair. In such a case, usually the doctor will write you an MC because you're unable to turn up for work. And if your doctor certifies that you are temporarily disabled, you can claim $100 under Plan A per week for up to 104 weeks. If you're covered under Plan D, you can claim $1,000 per week. That's like $4,000 per month A. But not everyone is eligible to get this. QBE will pack this payout to only 85% of your income. They will compensate you for more than your weekly income. If not, everybody is better off after an accident than going to work, right? Yeah, this is considered as a moral hazard. Can you imagine not going for work, claiming for it, getting a salary at the same time? What a thought, right? Some employers buy this plan for their staff as employee benefits, so that if such an unfortunate scenario were to happen, the company can collect this weekly benefit as a compensation for loss in productivity due to the staff on MC. Okay, the next item, daily hospital cash, is pretty clear. For hospital admissions due to an accident, you can claim $100 per day for up to 90 days. Next, a fracture is defined as a basic and uncomplicated break in the bone. For this, you receive a lump sum up to $2,000 according to the fracture scale. So be careful, yeah, it's not $2,000 lump sum for just any fracture, but up to $2,000. I will attach the brochure and send you the policy wordings for this plan in the description box below. It is important to read it thoroughly before you apply for this plan. You may also book a slot on my Calendly if you have other queries, and I'll be happy to meet you in person to answer them. Next, ambulance fees and mobility aids like crutches and wheelchairs following an accident are covered for up to $5,000 under Plan A. Personal belongings are covered up to $2,000. Terms and conditions apply. Actually, the basic cover is already quite good, but by paying an additional $18 per year, you get double indemnity for public transport. The best part? Under the family plan, when both parents are insured under the same plan, up to 3 of their dependent children get insured for free. Terms and conditions apply. This plan covers worldwide, so anywhere in the world, if you meet with an accident, you can claim under this plan as long as your main residence is in Singapore. Before I end off, what should you do in the event of a claim? It states on the policy wording that all claims must be made to QBE Insurance Singapore Private Limited immediately upon the occurrence of the claim. Retain all supporting documents like police reports, doctor reports, and keep all your original copies of your bills, invoices, receipts for making the claim. If in doubt, call the QBE Claims Department. Number is on their website, or get your insurance advisor to help you. If you don't have one and wish to discuss more about your insurance needs, please feel free to book a slot on my Calendly. Like and subscribe to my channel, tell all your friends about me, join my Wellness community, and I wish you'll be blessed in your finances and in your life. Bye!